Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. We have the boss of Pirelli, Mario Isola, on interview. Let's watch together.
So Mario, let's talk about FP1 to start with. We saw a lot of soft tyre runs very early in that session, very unusual. What did you make from your early reading of the data, how all the compounds have performed?
Honestly, we didn't have any big surprise, despite the fact that the track has been resurfaced for 50% of the length. The new asphalt is very similar, and also this high-pressure water treatment was helping in, let's say, aging the track in order to make it more homogeneous. The level of grip is good, and we will have a lot of track evolution, as always, in a street circuit. I believe that teams want to understand if the soft could be a suitable tire for the race or not. We know that the medium and the hard are working well. And the level of graining that, let's call it abrasion, because it was not graining. We were expecting some graining, as it happens sometime on new tarmac, but we found only some abrasion. We have to wait for FP2 to understand if with a high level of fuel the graining is worse, but also the track evolution will help on the opposite way. So I believe that maybe all the three compounds can be a good option for the race.
Just taking it back one step to Baku, we heard from George that he was quite surprised at how the different compounds performed for him particularly. Did you chat to him? Did he chat to you? Have you kind of made some kind of gains in that area for understanding what went wrong?
Yeah, I always talk to the drivers because it's useful to better understand. Obviously, in the heat of the moment after the race, he said some stuff, and we had a chat together. He explained to me that obviously he didn't feel the performance with the medium compound, while the car was quite fast on the hard. Looking at the data from all the cars in Baku, we didn't find anything strange in terms of performance of the tires. I would say that there are many elements that are contributing to the performance. The setup of the car, how gentle you introduce the tire in the first laps, the track evolution. So when you have a championship where any thousand of the second counts in the final result, obviously the stress is at very high level, and also a small difference in performance could play a role in the final result. But as I said, Williams was performing quite well with both compounds, as well as McLaren and other teams. So we should look specifically in what happened to Mercedes, but we usually make analyses that are across all teams.
Now let's throw it forward to 2026. Had your first test of that rubber with the Aston Martin. Just talk me through the learnings from that test with Felipe Drugovich was doing a running.
Yeah, the most difficult part of the job is to have a mule car that is representative of what we believe are the performances of the 2026 cars. And we spent some time with Aston Martin to set up the car in order to balance front and rear, the loads, the mechanical balance, the aero balance. We have now a baseline that is quite good, probably better than expected. It's a good starting point. We have also to understand if a current level of compound like the C3 is still a C3 for the future, because probably we need to go a bit harder. That's the first information, but it has to be confirmed. But we have a good starting point, and obviously we will use any information for future tests. We have now McLaren testing in Mugello, and then Alpine for the first wet test we have before the end of the season. So a lot of work to do. We know that mule cars are not fully representative. We will try to do our best matching the simulations with the results on track.
Will all the teams ultimately make a mule car so they can all test it?
Yeah, for 2025, yes. Obviously, for 2024, we were limited in the number of sessions. That's why the FIA decided for a ballot to define the three teams able to test in 2024. For 2025, the situation is different. It's like it was in the past with all the 10 teams available, and we are allocating together with the FIA the test to all the teams.
How many tests will you end up doing, do you think, before you have to define the compounds?
We have for next year, we have 40 car days of testing, as it was for this year. We have 10 days this year, but Actually, we are going to use only 6 because they are 3 sessions of 2 days each. And for next year, obviously, we will try to use all the possibilities that we have from the regulations.
Before I start, if you want to watch the team principal press conference, and also we had this guy, Mario Isola, on the interview with the team principals, we will leave a link down below on the description box, and you can go to that channel and give some love, like and subscribe, maybe do a comment on it if it interests you, and we would really appreciate that. Now let's get back to this guy that is telling something about the tires and things like that. Who cares about it? Who does care about it? Like, you put a tire, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like, I don't care. Like, clearly 99% of others doesn't care. Like, it's a tire, it's rubber, it's abrasion or degradation or whatever. Like, if the drivers are saying that the tires are degrading a lot, we know that they are degrading. We don't need your specifics to tell us, like, it's not degradation, it's abrasion, or whatever that word is. It's really weird thing. But clearly he's telling something about that. Even if you complain, we don't care because we see the results of other drivers. Then he clearly just said that Mercedes, it's not a problem about the tires, it's a problem about your car. So I don't know. Like, it's a tire, rubber, some metal, something like that, or maybe who knows. But yeah, like, all of the drivers have been saying in Baku that the degradation of the tires were really high, you know. And the hard compound tire just went really off immediately at some of the drivers, you know. Some of them didn't know how to use them, but some of them didn't know. And yeah, it was look, he's right at some point when he says, like, it all depends also of the track, how the track it is, what kind of asphalt is using, is it new, is it rougher, or is it smoother, or whatever, and that's how the tire will perform, let's say like that. But me, like, as a F1 fan, I don't care about the tire. I don't. It's the last thing that I care. Like, okay, I care about the performance of the car, but I don't care what tire is degraded or not. I don't know. This is stupid from him. Either way, thank you everyone for watching this video with us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have something to add up, comment down below, and we will see you in the next one.